guys, welcome to the last Friday Waffle of 2019. And a very, very Merry Christmas to you if you indeed celebrate Christmas, because not everybody does. So I hope you've all had a nice time anyway. I've had an excellent time. Biggest thing for me, I think, has just been having a wee bit of time off work, because I went from one job and I went straight into another job without taking any holidays. I've only had about 8 days off in the last year, so it's been quite tiring, I have to say. But anyway, yeah, I'm off until when I go back to work. I go back a week today, the 3rd of January. So I am enjoying time off. So like I said, I hope you've all had a nice Christmas. I had a really, really nice time. Christmas Eve, my daughter came over and she stayed until Christmas Day. She went away to her mum's house later on Christmas Day, and then I went up to my sister's house for a Christmas buffet. And then last night last night I was back up at my sister's house again, and I had a proper kind of Christmas dinner, turkey, stuffing, the full works. So really, really nice. Present wise, the only sort of gaming stuff that I got are these two beauties, and it's this bad boy, Zap 64 Annual 2020. Now, I don't know why, I never actually bothered getting, there was a 2019 one that came out, and I never bothered about getting it, and I thought to myself, I'll pick it up at some point. And then it was just in the run up to Christmas. Run up to Christmas, people were asking me for ideas, what could they buy me? And I thought, well, why don't I get a couple of the Zap books? So I got that one, and then I went to look for the 2019 one, and I contacted Chris Wilkins directly on Facebook, and Chris told me that there was no more left. He says they were all gone. Went on eBay and they're wanting 50, 60 quid for one of them, which they can just bugger off, That is somebody just completely taking the piss. If anybody out there has the Zap 64 2019 annual, which you don't want to keep, I know it's unlikely, and you're looking to sell it for, pretty much face value, then please let me know. I would really love it, but like I said, it's on eBay. I think there was one or two and they were like 50 quid. I think one might have even been more expensive. That's just somebody completely greedy. The thing is, they were selling it as completely unopened, so that's somebody that's bought it purely to sell it for profit, which I always detest. So got that one. Yep, Zap 2020. Now I know our good friend Mr. Panther UK, I believe he has got a part in this to play. I'll have a look. I've not actually looked at it yet. And I've also picked up the Crash 2019 one. So I don't think there was a Crash 2020. Got to say, the artwork on these is beautiful. That's Ollie Free at his very best. Look at that. That is just awesome. It really is. So yeah, that's only two computer game things that I got. Nothing else. But I've not really got a whole lot to talk about. I think I'm completely Christmased out. I did, what did I do? I did I can't even remember what I called it. I did the collab video. Collaboration. Bloody hell, I'm tired. Video with Lacosa, where we basically ripped Christmas to shreds. Now, anybody that knows me know that that's not what I really think. It's all, when we make these videos, it's all tongue in cheek. It's a bit of a laugh. So please don't take Chris's and myself's videos too seriously. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes when we talk about games, we absolutely do mean it when we say they're completely shit. But yeah, it was a bit of a kind of piss take. But that's what we do. That's what our videos are. If you don't really understand what they are and you get offended, then perhaps they're not for you. Because I did do a live stream on Christmas Eve with Lone Boys Post 1975. Really good fun. We kind of managed to keep it to an hour. And yeah, good fun. Excuse me. So I've pretty much spoke about everything to do with Christmas. So I think I'm just before I kind of start getting into the questions. I don't think there's too many questions this week. Yeah, I've been coming up with another few ideas for some videos. I am conscious that my output hasn't been what it should be. I did put out gadgets today. Now that what inspired me to do that is Derek Findas. If you have never checked out Derek Findas's channel, go and check it out right now. Derek has got just an absolutely fantastic channel. It's based around 1980s TV. He plays this character, you know, he's on the BBC Scotland, and it's absolutely brilliant. And I just thought, I'm going to have a wee kind of go with that. I mean, mine's are absolutely shit compared to Derek's. And the one that I did the other day there, I mean, it took me about 20 minutes to do. And I mean, I've got to say, I do like the intro. I like the intro and the outro. And these names that I picked took a long time to come up with. But the actual content of that video is absolute garbage. But you know what? It's a bit of a laugh. You know, that is all it is. It's made for a bit of a laugh. I mean, I've already had a couple of guys giving it thumbs down, which is no surprise, because if you didn't know what it was, you would just be thinking, this is absolutely shit. It's a bit like that Boogie, whatever his name is, the American guy. He played a sort of alter ego. What's his name? Oh, I can't remember. And he basically, this guy has tantrums. And I remember seeing that for the first time, and I thought to myself, this guy's a complete and utter dick. Until I realised that this was just a character, you know, that's all it was. And it's the same with the gadgets today. It's just a bit of a laugh, that's all it is. If it makes somebody smile, then my work has been worthwhile. But yeah, getting back to what I was talking about, I am conscious that my regular videos, you know, I'm not talking about the talky ones like this, or collab videos. My regular, you know, Arcade Perfect My Arses have been a wee bit thin in the ground the last probably 6 months. I did kind of pick up a wee bit there, and then I kind of let it slide for a bit. I am definitely going to get back into it, and I've also got, I came up with I think it's a good idea. I came up with a new idea for a video tonight when I was out with the dogs actually. I thought, yeah, that's not something I've actually seen on YouTube. Maybe I have, or I've certainly not seen it. Maybe it's something that somebody else has done, but just something a wee bit different. So I'm going to go and have a crack at that actually after I've done this waffle. So I'm just going to batter in with the questions, guys. Like I said, it is going to be shorter than normal what you call it, Friday Waffle, but I think you've probably seen quite enough of me these last 3 or 4 days. So kicking things off, Milthy Swinbuckle. Hello again, main meister. Loved the Bah Humbug video over Christmas that you did with Lycosa. Had a right old laugh as I chowed down on me Brussels sprouts and turkey. That last bit wasn't a metaphor, though it does sound a bit rude. I reckon I did pretty terrible at the quiz, though I did get 1 or 2. Anyway, here's a quick question for the next waffle. Have you ever played any game that has surprised you with you thinking, I'm going to hate this game, but I'll give it a go, then you play it a bit and eventually you end up loving it? I'll just finish what you're saying. Only reason I ask is about 12 years ago I downloaded a free bridge building game in the PC. I genuinely thought that the game sounded as dull as buggery, but absolutely not my cup of tea, but in seeing it had good reviews, I thought I'd give it a shot. 12 years later I still revisit it from time to time, and it has eaten up many hours over the years. A game that I thought was going to be crap and I've actually enjoyed. I mean, there's plenty of games that I enjoy, that are technically nobody really knows about. You know, Formula 1 Simulator. Sorry, Formula 1 on the Spectrum. Castle Wolfenstein. But a game that I thought I wasn't going to enjoy and I ended up enjoying. I'm trying to think. The thing is with me is I don't. If I think a game is going to suck, then I will not play it. You know, I wouldn't really play a game that I thought this was going to be crap. I mean, I do play plenty of games that are crap just for the video channel. I suppose the only one game I can think of, and it's an arcade game, and I'd played it, you know, I'd played it a while ago. Well, I say a while ago. I'd played it 30 years ago, and because it was crap, I decided to revisit it, and it became one of my favourite arcade games. And if you watch my channel, you're probably guessing it's Berserk. Berserk is one of these games, it's so basic looking, the graphics are shit. You know, it really is. I mean, you're not going to get many games, if any, that have worse graphics than Berserk. And it is difficult as anything. And that's the thing, you look at it and you think it's going to be easy because it's simple to play. It's a simplistic game, but it's one of the hardest arcade games. And I don't know what actually spurred me on to playing it. Just one day I decided I was going to give it a go, and something just clicked. I kept playing it for a wee bit, and then it just clicked. I started to get a wee bit better at it, and that was it. It just became a game that I love to bits, and I still do love. I've not played it for a while. I mean, I must admit, I've not actually had my arcade cabinet on for, I don't know, I would say a couple of months. Don't know why. I think, I don't know, I was going to say, I don't know. I've no idea. I've not used it, but yeah, Berserk is one of my favourite arcade games. Love it so much. So I think that's probably the only game, Milty, that I can think of. There's been other games over the years that I've played and thought, I'm not going to like this, and I end up enjoying it. And then conversely, there's been plenty of games that I thought I was going to like, and I just can't get into them at all. But no, I think probably Berserk would be the one that I thought was going to be crap. And in fact, I kind of played it because it was going to be crap, and I ended up really enjoying it. So there you go. But anyway, thanks, Milty. Appreciate you taking time to ask my question. Batman Premier League waffling, sir. Thank you very much. My question for a future waffle is, I took your advice and picked up an Atari XE. Just wondering what games you'd care to recommend for me to get for it. Thanks in advance. Oh, bloody hell, Bat. There are so many good games for the Atari. Is it the XE65 or the XE130 you've got? Both are excellent. Obviously, the 130's got 128 of memory, I think it is, whereas the 65 has only got 64. There are so many games. I mean, the games that I would say you've got to play are some of the original sort of US Gold games. I mean, they weren't US Gold when they came out in the Atari because they came out originally in America, but then they were released for the C64 and, you know, later on the Spectrum. So stuff like Blue Max, Fort Apocalypse, Drop Zone. Drop Zone's absolutely beautiful on the Atari. What else? International Karate, Spy Hunter. I don't know what the Atari one's like. You know what? My mind's got a complete blank. But really, all the sort of the Synapse games, all the early games. But I mean, probably my favourite Atari. Well, another one is Rescue Fractalis. I did do a video of that recently. It's an astonishing version. It's really, really good. But I would say my favourite Atari 800 game would have to be Fort Apocalypse. It's an awesome game in the C64, but it's shined beyond belief. The scrolling is silky smooth, and the sound is awesome. The sound at the very start, when the game first loads up, you just get this high pitched sort of. It starts off really bassy, and it gets higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, and it's just an awesome sound. So Fort Apocalypse, that is probably my favourite Atari game. But there are so many games, like I said, all the sort of the early games. Your the Eidolon again. That's one of the LucasArts films, LucasArts games, I should say. There's so many. Berserk as well is excellent on the Atari, but you're going to love it. what you want to do is you can get yourself, I can't remember what it's called offhand, it's a cartridge, it's a flash card basically, and you can put all the games, it won't load disc games, but it'll load tape games. You can put them all onto an SD card and just load them up. It's excellent. So yeah, have a lot of fun with that. You'll certainly not regret buying it. But Refraction PCSX2, though I think you did say I should just call you Refraction, Alex, because it's way too complicated. Firstly, I hope your good lady's on the mend, and I also hope you, Stephen Thomber, I hope you're still on the on the up, buddy. You know, we're all thinking about you and your wife, Alex, or your good lady, I should say, mate. Thanks for the good wishes, Al, much appreciated. If you're learning how to solder, there are loads of kits you can buy on eBay, like hobby kits. They're an excellent way to learn. I did a couple myself, made a radio and a fuzz pedal for my guitar. Yeah, I did buy a soldering kit. I was going to say a welding kit, a soldering kit off Amazon. I showed my mate Neil it and he went, it's a bit shit, but you know what? It's one of these things. I think it's a skill that you really need to kind of try and learn, because when you own old software, old hardware like I do, it's only a matter of time before it's going to break and you might have to swap over a capacitor or something, you know. I wouldn't have a clue how to actually check to see if it's working or not. Maybe that's something else. Is it a voltmeter or something? I might need to see Neil and get him to kind of show me just what I'm doing. So yeah, I've bought that. It's just a question of actually trying it out. But yeah, I might have a look at that, Alex. I might have a look and see if I can pick up one of these wee hobby kit things. Yeah, and there's the main man himself, Stephen. Great waffle. I'd just like to say a huge thank you to everyone, especially Alan. You're so kind and caring, and the comments have all been very supportive. Thank you all very much. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Also, I found your whole C64 story hilarious and very entertaining. It could be made into a film. Yeah, if you didn't watch last week's waffle, I basically I had no end of problems trying to get this Collect Plus parcel. The guy in the garage that was going to take it basically refused to take it. So I decided I was going to hunt down the Yodel driver, and that's exactly what I did. I was kind of stalking him. I was watching on the map where he had been. I didn't know where he was going, but I knew where he had been, and I was basically trying to see if I could find him, and I eventually managed to find him and hunt him down. And he very kindly gave me the parcel. And you know, the daft thing is, the parcel that I was desperate to get is still sitting there, and it's still unopened because I'm a twat. So anyway, thanks for your nice comments, Stephen. Like I said, buddy, we're all thinking about you, mate. ZX Renew, Friday Waffle on a Friday. Yeah, I know, who'd have thought it. I've got really bad hiccups, by the way. Oh, dearie me. Don't do this now. Oh, man. Anyway, Panther UK, cracking waffle, mate. If there's ever a film about the old parcel chaser of Bonnie, Scotland, I'm nominating you for the lead, you madman. Massive wishes of good luck to Stephen from me too. By the way, I know someone who is selling that. Never mind. Yeah, you just keep your bloody purchases to yourself, Mr. Panther UK. For next time, we all have multiple consoles, computers and handhelds. But what would be your all-in-one ultimate MainMeister system? Keep up the good work, Alan. It's been another fantastic year spent with you on YouTube. Looking forward to more and hopefully a chat over a pint or three. Yeah, thank you very much, Chris. It's been, you know, I always enjoy my YouTube, and it's having you lot, you know, watching my videos that's really made the big difference. You know, that's why I do it. Simple as that. What would be the ultimate MainMeister system? Now, people have asked me that in the past. Oh, it would, let me think. It would have to be... It would have to be... You could plug it into an HDMI system, but it's got scan lines. It has to have the ability to use like an Xbox 360 controller, it also has to. You have to be. You basically have to be able to plug in, an Atari joystick. I would want it to be. I was going to say cartridge based, but then I wouldn't want just one game. I would want it to kind of be like an SD type thing where you can have all your games on at once. I would also want it to have the ability to go online if you wanted to have that option. And it would be nice if, a bit like the Switch, it was portable as well, but you could also plug it into the big TV. So I'm not really asking for very much, am I? I suppose I was going to say technically that the something like this would have done the trick. Hang on, I'm just going to bring up that again so I can see myself. Something like this, but I would like something like that, but you would be able to plug in an 8-bit joystick, and also you could plug it into the TV as well. So yeah, a bit of everything, I think, Chris. So if anybody wants to make me one of these, then that would be really, really nice. Whoa, what's going on here? Ah, blimey, hang on a second. I've just lost all my... I'm an absolute twat. I'm sitting there thinking... Oh, shut up, Alan. Wait a wee minute. I don't know what I've done wrong there. I was looking at the comments, and I've just totally screwed it up. Ah, blimey. I'm a complete idiot, I really am. Right, Friday Waffle. Come on, we want to get the Friday Waffle on the full screen. Just give me a wee second, I'm an absolute idiot. Oops, a daisy. I don't want full screen. I am such an idiot. Right, wait a minute, I'm going to have to... I don't know what I've done. Right, wait a minute. I need to go back into my YouTube channel. Right, your channel. Friday Waffle, there we go. Friday Waffle. Right, okay. Back to the questions. Right, sorry, where was I? Yeah, that would be my ultimate console. A bit of everything, I think. But you've got to be able to play... Oh, it's also got to have a keyboard as well. Yeah, you need a keyboard for obviously the computer emulation as well. You can't really play that without one. Right, where are we? So anyway, listen, thank you very much, Chris, for another good question. Next up is Colin Jones' waffle question after my own mini waffle. The launch of the 64 has been a bit of a farce. I've calmed down a bit since last week, but I'm still not going to get it until I can see it in stock for next day delivery, and not before March. That VIC-20 mode is too interesting to let go. Soldering. I've been soldering since I was 14, so quite used to it by now. It's a useful skill that doesn't take much effort, and it's well worth learning. Practice with some cheap kits and you can pick it up in no time. I'm planning on live streaming the circuit board build of an 8x8x8 LED cube before Christmas. Oh, interesting. And New Year on Twitch, too boring for YouTube, and maybe one layer of LEDs. No plans for Christmas Eve, but going to be busy. We'll definitely have it running though. Glad things are looking up for Steve. Hope it continues. So, yep, waffle question. What are you looking forward to for next year? The first new year of the new decade. God, 2020, you know what, it still messes with my head when I think of that we're in 2020. That's just mental. I mean, I still think of, like, when you think of the year 2000, it seems like science fiction, and we're now 20 years past that, and we're no further forward getting, hoverboards or flying. Well, we could fly, but we don't have any flying cars as yet. Mental. 2020. So what am I looking forward to from a video games perspective? I'm assuming that's what you're meaning, Colin. Now, I contradict myself all the time. I say that I don't really play modern consoles, and it's not technically true. I do play them, but probably not as much as, would warrant buying one. But I still like to see the future. And so I suppose I am looking forward to seeing what the PS5 is going to be. I'm still a bit of a fan of VR. Yeah, I am. I'm looking forward to seeing what the next sort of generation of VR is. I've been very tempted now. The only thing that's put me off is the price. I've been very tempted with this. It's the Oculus, whatever it's called. It's a standalone system. It's about 400 quid. But I'm kind of teetering on the edge. It's not an impulse buy. I mean, 400 quid is a lot of money. So I'm interested to see what the next console's going to be like. From a sort of a retro scene point of view, what we're going to see. I am looking forward to getting the Spectrum next. We got an update a couple of days ago, I think it was, and they seem to think that the first group of not subscribers, backers, that's the phrase I was wanting, they reckon they're probably going to get their machine next month, and I think they're hoping that everybody's going to get theirs by the end of January, beginning of February. So it looks like that's going to be finally out. I mean, it's taken a long time. It's almost a year and a half, kind of overdue. But I think everybody agrees that it's going to be worth waiting for. There are so many bad stories and what have you about Kickstarter. You know, I understand why people are really reluctant to kind of back these things, but I'll be honest, when I heard that Jim Bagley was going to get involved, Jim's a good lad. You know, I've met Jim quite a few times. I always talk to him when I see him at these computer things. When I knew when I knew that he was getting involved, I kind of thought to myself, it's going to be a safe bet here. So I'm looking forward to getting that. Any other kind of consoles? Now, as much as I say I don't like the N64, it's because it looks shit on a modern TV and the emulation's crap. But if they do bring out an N64 Mini that looks good and an HDMI, then I'll probably buy one. I would love to get one of these mini, I can't even remember what they're called, the mini little gaming consoles. I did actually notice that there's a gadget shop place up in our local shopping centre, and they were selling the mini, you know, the ones that are about sort of that size. The Galaga or Galaga I should say, and Pac-Man it was, and Galaga. 150 quid. And the screen's not really much, well, it is a wee bit bigger than that. It's maybe that times two. It's not huge. It's a bit of an expensive novelty, I think. But I wouldn't mind maybe picking up. In fact, you know what? I've put a deposit down, a £20 deposit. They are supposed to be bringing out the track and field. I don't know what size it is. It's the kind of bigger one. So I have put a £20 deposit down in that. So interested to see how that plays, if it's got the buttons and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I suppose PS5. Interested to see what the next kind of generation of virtual reality is. I say Spectrum next, and possibly an N64 Mini. So yeah, apart from that, just looking forward to doing more of what we're already doing with YouTube and that kind of stuff. So anyway, Colin, thank you very, very much. And that, I think, is it. Yeah, there's just a couple of comments about last week's Friday Waffle. So listen, guys, I am going to keep this short. It's just coming up to half an hour, so I think that's plenty for a last waffle of 2020. So it just really remains for me to just extend a massive, massive thanks to every single person that has ever watched any of my videos. Because, you know, I've been on YouTube now since 2013, so it's been about 6 years. It's been a quick 6 years, but then ultimately, well, it's not been a quick 6 years as well. It's a kind of weird one. I'm up to 2,700 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. It really, really is. But as we know, it's not about subscribers. It's not about getting views. It's about getting people to actually like your channel. And I think I'm very, very fortunate that I've got a good little core of mates, because that's what yous are. You know, anytime I do a live video, you guys always tune in. You always comment, and I always really, really appreciate that. So yeah, like I says, thank you very, very much to everybody that's watched my videos, that's supported me, that's given me likes, that's subscribed, whatever, giving me encouragement as well. Um, you know, I just really want to wish you all the very, very best for 2020, especially to yourself, Stephen, and Alex, to your good lady as well, because you know we only get one crack at life, and yeah, you need to look after yourself, and we never know what's round the corner. So that's why I just act like a total twat. I just enjoy myself. I'm 52 years old and I act like a 26-year-old. You know, I'm just an idiot. But hey ho. So anyway, guys, I'm not going to wish a happy new year because it's not 2020 yet, but I just want to wish you all the very, very best for 2020, and I'll see you in the new year. And as always, guys, thank you very, very much for watching.